As the semester progresses and gradually comes to an end, students of Washington State University are clamoring about how parking fines are a major thorn in their sides and bank accounts.
Okay, I think that parking tickets are way too high. I got a parking ticket last week and it was almost $60, which seems a little bit ridiculous. Um, it just seems like so high, especially when you're paying so much money to go to the university. It's just kind of ridiculous.
Another student also gave his opinion on the matter.
Parking tickets are very high in WSU, and then I think as students we shouldn't be paying that high amount of money after paying school fees and other miscellaneous fees too.
Although there is a general consensus among students, some students have a different opinion on parking tickets.
So I understand the fact that students are not happy with the increase in fines, but when you think about it, it's a rule, it's a law, and they break it, so you have to receive those fines. It might be expensive, but the fact that you park somewhere where you haven't paid for means that you get to be fined. So yeah, it's high, it's a high amount, but it's part of the rule, and that's the consequence of breaking the rule.
From 2017 to 2019, there have been over 80,000 parking warnings and citations given to students. And even last semester, there was an increase in parking fines. To discuss this, I sat down with the Director of Transportation Services of Washington State University, Chris Boyan. He tells us why parking fines are important and necessary.
So first, let me just say that we do parking enforcement because it's necessary. The goal of parking enforcement is to protect the parking for people who have paid to park so that they can properly park their vehicle. We use it as a management tool to really kind of keep our parking system in check.
Chris also tells us why the cost of parking fines are high.
And as far as the cost of a parking ticket, it has to be high enough so it has a deterrence effect. If a parking ticket was only $15, it'd be cheaper to buy to get a parking ticket than in some cases buy a parking permit. So that deterrent has to be high enough so that people think, I won't park illegally, I'll pay to park, and make that decision.
The director later advised students to follow the rules and buy a parking permit in order to avoid a high and pricey parking fine. With Moro News 8, I am Bamdele Shegun.